What's up, you guys? So today we're doing a mukbang as I eat juicy crabs and talk about what's trending on TikTok. So if you would like to watch, stay tuned. Hello. If you don't know me, my name is K and Kim, and this is K and Kim TV. Like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to share because we're growing on this channel and you can make that happen. What's up, you guys? So today I am doing a mukbang. I have juicy crab. So I decided to do a mukbang. If you hear things in the background, it is my family. Of course, you know they're not going to let me rest. And I just got over a extreme weather alert in Atlanta. So I am going to play the video and react to a couple of TikTok videos that I've seen. And we're just going to talk about it. And I'm going to do this mukbang as I eat. Look, it's delicious. We're going to play this lady. I don't have the original video. And I think she took it off. So I'm going to play what I got. Or what I pulled from somebody. But the video is right here.
I'm a nurse. I'm a registered nurse. I work full-time. He works full-time. We just got paid this past Friday, right? We paid the mortgage. Bought some groceries. Put some gas in the car. Hey guys, it is Tuesday. We have like $200 or $300 to last us until next Friday. Like, we don't live in a big house. We live in a little ranch. It's 1,100 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, us and our 2 kids. And like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm in school full time. I work full time. He works more than full time. He works overtime every week. I don't know what to do. I'm so stressed out. This isn't how it's supposed to be. So growing up, we were told, go to college, get a degree, work to support your family. Here we are. Did that. Now what? Now what? I'm not into politics. I don't follow it. Frankly, that stresses me out too. But like, I don't know. Somebody has to do something to change this because like, I make good money. He makes good money. We don't live above our means. I don't know what less than paycheck to paycheck is. What is that? Poverty. As a registered nurse, with a husband with a second income, he doesn't make as much as I do, but he still works and brings home good money. So, I don't know. While I was in school, all I could think about was it'll get better. It'll get better after I graduate and I start working. And, we'll be able to pay our bills. We'll be able to not check the bank account if our kids say, "Mom, can we go to the movies this weekend?" Just be comfortable. And we're not. We're not at all. I don't know what else to say. It's just, I don't know. I know there's been a lot of videos on TikTok about people, talking about the economy and, just how how out of control prices are right now. We're all talking about it. I feel like none of
You would have seen I did a rapid reply on this already. And my thing is, and this is just my thing, if she didn't say anything, she wouldn't have been fired. What I understand, even though y'all didn't see that in the video, she was fired because she was an ex-drug addict, and now she lied on her paperwork. Once you've had a past experience with drugs, you are now liable for your past experience, which prohibits them from hiring you as a nurse because you are around substance and you are in control of patients. But what do y'all feel like? I felt like her being fired was just bad because she was already complaining about money. And looking at the reaction of some of the other people, they felt the same way. As like, you know, if you have to pick up a second job, a lot of people don't understand you have to pay for the lifestyle that you want in America. There's no way to get around that. So the house that you bought was a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom, ranch style house. And it might not be big, but you gotta make sure the money that you have, you can afford where you at. Especially, you know, kids are expensive. Kids are really expensive. And I can't keep up with the Joneses. A lot of people didn't understand. It was like, if you have the money to buy new, why are you buying used? I still want the item. I just don't want to pay. You know, I said that that Fendi wrap was $450, but in reality, when I checked on their website, it's actually $490. And I got it for $200 and some change. So I'm willing to pay the $200, especially when it's not all of my money. Because again, somebody helped me pay for it because it's a gift. But no, ma'am, I ain't even gonna play like that. This woman, even with the mortgage and your bills and your car, you don't have to. I get used cars. I don't even get new cars. And now that you fired, I feel bad for your kids because you was complaining about the 2 income. Now you only got 1. You've gone to school for that long to be a nurse, a registered nurse. And now you don't have a degree. All your years in school means nothing because you can't even work as a nurse anymore. I'm like, wow. I would cry. I'm serious, you guys. I would really cry. Your husband can't be the only provider. Not in this day and age. But anyway, let me know what you think about this situation down in the comments. Moving on. This woman, not to be funny, when I first saw the video, I'm going to let you see the video and then react.
All right, serious question, y'all. For people in a relationship, me and my boyfriend always get in a fight over money, bro. Okay, mind you, I'm not broke. Like, I'm not broke. I am broke right now, you know what I'm saying? But I make good money is what I'm trying to say. And all my money goes into my bills. It's just after all my money goes into my bills, I usually have nothing left. So I picked up 3 jobs, right? But my boyfriend didn't like that I was working the 3 jobs because he felt like I wasn't around my kid as much, which doesn't make any sense. But anyways, nevertheless, also, I had to quit a 3rd job because getting a sitter was becoming a little bit difficult because everybody started working in the evenings. So anyways, me and him always get an argument over cash. And mind you, I'm only ever asking for cash on my off days. Like, if I'm paid, I'm good, right? On my off days, though, I do be asking him for cash. And I'm not talking about, like, hundreds of dollars. I'm talking about 10, 20, maybe 50. And it, majority of the time, it's to be put back into the house, right? Or it's to be put to good use. Like, I'm not asking him to get my hair done. I'm not asking him to get my nails done. He doesn't even get any of that stuff done for me. Like, he does none of that for me. Like, if he does something for me, I have to ask for it. You feel what I'm saying? But I don't feel like that's right. And I get mad because every time I ask him for money, he wants to explode or have some type of reaction that just triggers me. And I just want to know, like, do you females ask your man for money, and how is that transaction? Like, is it a fight? Is it normal to ask your man for money? Like, how much money does he give you? You know what I'm saying? Does he treat you to get your hair and nails done? Like, my man literally does nothing but keep his money to himself. Like, and it's annoying, and he's very Mr. Krabs, and I don't like that. And I don't know if that makes me sound shallow or whatever the case may be, but no, I want to marry a provider, and I feel like providers, will help out. And also, he doesn't like to talk about his finances, bro. How are we supposed to be getting married in the future if you can't even have a simple conversation about finances with me? It's always turning into I'm being money hungry. But it's like, I'm realistic, bro. We need to know our budget. How much are we able to spend? Am I wrong?
So when I first saw this lady, my whole thing was, is it real? And if it is real, she's asking for advice and not accepting it. Because if you see her later videos, this woman literally said to us, that's her man. I don't know. I can see if she just gave out that information and it really wasn't a problem. I could see if she gave out that information and she didn't ask women what their experience or ask for advice in her relationship. But she did. This woman literally said, what do you girls do? And now all of a sudden she's making content about this every day. One, if this man is that bad, you don't need to ask because your intuition is telling you something is wrong with their relationship. And two, not to be funny, you don't have to ask the internet. You could have just asked a family member and they would have told you the same thing the internet gonna tell you. He's a bum. You and him are never gonna get married because if he can't discuss his money with you openly, then he's not going to discuss his money with you once y'all get married. Either way, do you really want our opinion? Because not once in that whole video did you tell us what he contribute to. So basically, you taking care of a man with a job. And you put that video up there like, you really didn't think it was going to take off. It had viral content written all over it to me because what woman would be with a man who's not even giving her $30, $50, and she's working and he not contributing nothing? No. And you got kids with him? And he want to argue about money? And he not giving you nothing? I really would like y'all opinion on this. Because to me, not to be funny, she's not ugly. So I don't even know why you have such low self-esteem where you would accept this type of relationship. Or is it me? And then on top of that, you get mad at people that's trying to give you good advice. And I don't see why. Now your subscriber count has gone up because people want to know why you with this guy. And then on top of that, nobody is saying stick by him. Nobody. Nobody's saying stick by him. So, I don't know what to tell you. Even the men is like, oh, girl, you should have been there. But anyway, moving on. I saw this on Twitter and I also saw it on, it's gotten on TikTok because a lot of people is making comments. But I'm going to leave it here, and then I'm going to explain the legits. This girl said somebody is waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to make their man breakfast, right? And this girl says she wakes up at 4:50, and this is Nigerian or African. This is my throwing the African in wherever I am. And this woman said that she basically, her husband was telling her that one of the ladies that he worked with bring him some food, and he's always bringing. She's always bringing him food, and on top of that, she makes sure he eats at work. And then this girl was like, hold up, not my husband. And a lot of people, after she gave her things, started sending this girl like money that would help her and her husband. Mainly because they felt like she was doing the good Lord's work or a good job. So when I saw this, my reaction to this is that it's going to be women that will do this. Am I going to wake up 4:50 in the morning to make my husband breakfast? I'm not even on vacation. No, ma'am. Does my husband know that? Yeah, he does. Because one, he doesn't get up that early. And yes, I have made him breakfast, but not no 4 o'clock in the morning. And two, some days I have to be to work at 5 and 4 in the morning. Who's getting up at 3 something to make somebody else breakfast when I have to be to work at 4 or 6? My husband doesn't require me to get up 4 something in the morning to make him breakfast. And if he did, we wouldn't be in this marriage. Now for her, she'd stay at home wife. So waking up 4 o'clock in the morning, even if she worked from home, she can get back in bed and go to sleep. I got to be out the house at 3 something to be to work at 4. I got to be out the house at 5 something to be to work at 6. It ain't working. The math is not mathing. I'm sorry. And I'm not even mad that it's not mathing. I thank God it's not mathing. Because no way, no how, no deal, no ma'am. So, I don't know what to tell you. She's doing the work of a wife, and that's good. But every wife ain't the same. And I'm not even going to play with y'all. Waking up 4 something in the morning to cook him breakfast. If my husband was to say, that was one of the things he won't. And that was his, because you got to compromise. You got to say, this is what I want in a marriage, and this is what I expect, and have boundaries and expectations and, standards and the things that you hold high. If my husband ever told me that, we would be divorced. Because as hard as I work and all the things that I do, and now you want to put more work on me as a woman because I'm a woman? No. But if you would do something like this, please let us know down below. Because, no ma'am. And the last one, I was kind of heartbroken for this. But I'm going to play the video. When I first saw this, I was heartbroken to learn that some women out there think so highly of themselves that they forget that What you accept, others might not accept. And I say that because that was a beautiful ring. They have a beautiful relationship, and he wants to make things right, not just in the sight of society, but in the sight of his daughter in their household. He loves her. He want to be that parent that sticks by his partner, and they want to make it legal. My thing was, you turned, and you guys, I'm saying you guys because not you, my audience or my subscriber. I'm saying you guys as in social media turned their love story into the most hideous reaction that I can see. Some of you women really don't love yourself. And the reason why I say that is because if you don't accept a Pandora ring, that's on you. Nobody needed to know that. When I got married for my husband, we didn't have a lot of money. So him buying a ring was such a big thing that I cried. Because I knew, just him buying the ring was like awesome. He listened to me. I said I did not want to get married without a ring. He could have went to the pawn shop and I still would have accepted the ring. But what I'm saying is, some of you women think highly of yourself. I'm going to show you some rings on the side or over here that Pandora carried. So when you see a Pandora box, don't judge a book by its cover, because Pandora is very esteemed in the things that they do. Saying that, you guys, some of y'all not even married or in relationships or have significant others, and then you judging this couple because he went to Pandora to get a ring. Are you serious? No, seriously, are you serious? Because one of the things I think about is, this man wanted to please her, but he also thought about their future. You can't even afford to buy yourself a car, but you got a YSL purse, or you require somebody to buy you a YSL purse, and you don't have that in your closet. One thing my husband could say when he met me, I had clothes. I had name brand clothes. I had expensive stuff. So what he can offer me was not the expensive stuff that I have. What he can offer me is the love that he has. I can see if you guys had all the things. And let's go back to eating at the Cheesecake Factory. Because I really think y'all think dudes gonna spend money on you guys like that. Some of you ladies are really delusional in the way y'all think about things. I tell my son, when you meet somebody, first get the lay of the land. If she talking about jewelry, if she talking about getting her hair done, nails done, and that's all the conversation she want to have with you, pass on that one. Because you are a provider, but you're not everybody provider. I said, if y'all want to meet up somewhere easy. Don't take her to the movies. Go somewhere where if things don't work out, you can say, hey, I got to go. I have somewhere to be after that, and you out. So Starbucks, coffee shops, a luncheon place where y'all can meet up and have a quick meal. Don't go to dinner. Don't take this person out to dinner. Meet up in the daytime. Because if it's that serious and she want to get to know you, it don't matter when you make time for her. And that's just what I tell my son. But going back to this lady issue, and I'm going to say this. You guys had a problem with cluster rings, which I don't like cluster rings. And let me tell you why I don't like cluster rings. Because I don't need the ring to look big. I could take a 1/4 carat, 1/3 of a carat, and be all right. And that's why I don't want a cluster ring, because I don't like big ring. I like something small and signature, and I've always been a solitary ring person. But that's by choice. But if my husband bought me a cluster ring, I will still accept it. Because whatever he gives me is from his heart and his love. And that's why I'm like that. But you guys got a problem of him going to Pandora to get this woman a ring. And you guys can't even afford Pandora in some cases. Does that make sense? Like, seriously. Does that make sense? Because if you yourself can't afford it, why are you getting mad because this guy bought this woman a Pandora ring? And I'm not trying to be mean, nasty, or rude. But some of you women aspire to more than what you have. You know, I always see this meme where God is blessing you with a teddy bear, but he getting a smaller teddy bear from you to bless you with something bigger. And that's just the blessing. But you have to give up all these nonsense and conformative that you have in order for you to get that big ass blessing or get that big blessing. I always remember, let me use the Bible, King Solomon. King Solomon asked God for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And God made King Solomon the richest man in the whole book of the Bible. Do you comprehend when you just stay faithful to the small, that the multitude will come? Some of you women want to be with guys that have 6 figures and can buy you this, can buy you that. And I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. I'm happy because that means you have standards. But if you meet somebody and they not quite making 6 figures, but because you so up here in your thinking that, not to say, because I'm not on Tyler Perry level. No, if you can't afford to do more than pay the light bill, I can't be with you. I'm sorry. That's just me. I'm too old in my old ways to be with you. But I don't need a guy that buying Ferraris and BMWs and Bentleys either. That would be nice to have, but it's not on my list of men to chase after or men to try to get. When I met my husband was working part-time. And I didn't judge him because he was working part-time. I looked at the situation like, okay, so what is your feelings? What is your dynamics? What your future plans is? And he had good strategies and he had a good plan, and he was literally in transition. So I was like, okay, this is nice. I can see me being with him. But it did not, some women feel like they have to be with a guy that's making all this money to live the life. And who are you trying to be comfortable for? Because just as well as he has all that money, he can lose all that money too. Both of you guys have to give a yin and a yang. I was telling a friend who was in a situation, and then I'm going to get off of this. I was telling a friend who was in a situation. My friend met this really good guy. And this guy and her were bound to get married, bound to be together. And this guy was making bread. He was making so much money that he was able to buy my friend a new car off the lot of her choice. They get married. She have kids. And she's not a stay-at-home wife by any means. And she was still in school getting her master's. When I tell you he lost his job, my friend calls me crying and she was like, my husband lost his job and I don't know what to do. And I said, what do you mean you don't know what to do? You're married. Yeah, but he's supposed to be a provider and right now he's not providing. And I was like, so who's paying the bills? She was like, well, he's still paying the bills, but he lost his job. And I'm looking at her like, so what's the problem? She was like, well, I don't see our future anymore. So because he lost his good paying job, she didn't see his future. Mind you, this man was also took this time and this opportunity to have a conversation with her and say, hey, I want to start a business. And she was thinking about leaving this guy. And he came to her and he had money and he broke into his savings. But when you are with somebody and your standards is to be with this person because they're a provider, be very careful. Because if she would have left this guy, the guy she claimed to love, her life would have went a whole different way. But she was too busy listening to her girlfriend saying, oh, girl, I don't know how you going to do it. And they're not even with anybody. Some women will just want you to do bad. And mind you, one of them tried to be with her husband before he got with her. So I told her, I said, just pray on it, go to the church and talk to your pastor. So she ended up saying, you know, she realized, I really do love this guy. Okay, let's just budget. Let's just try to take it to a different level if we have to sell the house. Because they was in a nice house in a nice area. He was like, no, we don't have to sell the house. I'm able to still pay the mortgage while I'm building this business. And he made sure when his business got on the line, he made sure to invest money and put money aside. So they if something was to happen again, because just like he said, he didn't expect to lose his job. He did want to start a business, but that was on a 10-year plan, and it happened before the 10-year plan. But he was able to start this tech company, and he was able to make some money, and he was able to build, and he's now making good money, and he is making, you know, a lot more money than what he was making then. You can lose your blessing by just being materialistic. Because she was thinking, oh, we won't be able to go on vacation. We won't be able to do this. Instead of thinking, okay, I need to be by my husband. I need to stick by my husband's side. I need to make sure my husband is okay. Because in reality, this could happen to anybody. And the economy is so up and down, fluctuating, that even with investments, you can't make money like that. And I really feel that this girl picked a good one, because he want to make sure that he can provide for her, not to afford a $10,000 ring and not be able to take care of his wife or his fiance. He's thinking long term, while we thinking short term, or the people in social media thinking short term. So I came on here, I gave my opinion. I've been sick all week, so thank you guys for watching this video. I appreciate it. We're growing. 500 is coming soon, and my 500 giveaway is coming soon, my people. Like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to share, because again, you guys, we're growing.